Why is it that when we face an important decision, we freeze? We replay the options, weigh every outcome, and sometimes paralyze ourselves with doubt. But here is the irony. The hardest part is not the decision itself. It is the frustration we feel with our own indecisiveness. This is one of humanity's oldest struggles, and across history, philosophers, poets, and teachers have tried to guide us through the weight of choice. Socrates once declared that the unexamined life is not worth living. But what happens when too much examination leads us nowhere? We ask, what if I choose wrong? What if I miss out on something better? This fear of regret ties us down. Today, psychologists call it analysis paralysis. But long before psychology, the Danish philosopher Søren Kierkegaard described this as the dizziness of freedom. To have infinite possibilities is both a gift and a burden. Indecisiveness is not weakness. It is the shadow cast by freedom itself. And then comes the self-criticism. Why can't I just decide? Why am I stuck? We turn inward, angry not only at the choices before us, but at our own hesitation. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca warned, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Most of our pain is not from the choice itself, but from the stories we tell ourselves about missed opportunities, about imagined failures, about roads not taken. We demand perfection from life's decisions, forgetting that life is not about perfection, but direction. So what have great teachers said about moving forward in the face of uncertainty? Aristotle taught the golden mean that virtue lies in balance, not extremes. The right choice is not flawless, but one that keeps us moving toward harmony. The Buddha taught that attachment causes suffering. Clinging to the illusion of a perfect outcome makes us miserable. Release brings peace. Ralph Waldo Emerson urged us to trust ourselves. Once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. Self-trust dissolves doubt, and the poet Rumi whispered timelessly, "As you start to walk on the way appears." So how do we break free from the grip of indecision? Not by waiting for absolute certainty, because clarity often comes after we act, not before. Ask yourself, which choice reflects my values today? Ask yourself, which decision, even if imperfect, will I not regret trying? And remember, refusing to choose is still a choice. It is a decision to surrender to chance instead of stepping forward with intention. Albert Camus once said that life itself is absurd, but choosing to live fully despite the absurdity is our greatest act of courage. So too with decisions. The act of choosing is an affirmation of life. Indecision is the echo of freedom. It proves that our lives are not fixed, that we hold the power to shape them. But frustration comes when we demand certainty from a world that never promised it. The truth is, this clarity is rarely found before the decision. It was born because of the decision. So do not wait for the perfect choice. Make the choice that reflects who you are and trust that clarity will follow. Or as Rumi said, as you start to walk on the way appears. This is the courage to choose. This is how we move from frustration to freedom. I hope this sheds some light on your perspective on future decisions.